Mosquitoes kill more humans than any other animal. Yet most bug repellents you buy are expensive nothing. One zapper killed 13,000 insects. 31 were mosquitoes. Ultrasonic gadgets scored 0 for decades. The FTC sued a wristband brand for lying about protection. I'm ranking 5 repellent scams, then 2 that stop bites. The winner costs $10 and lasts all day. Number 5 is flickering on your porch right now. 5th on our list, those heavy Citronella bucket candles are mostly backyard ambiance disguised as armor. Sure, researchers at the University of Guelph found they can cut bites by 42% compared to doing nothing. But that tiny shield only works if you sit within a few feet of the flame. The second, a breeze over 2 kilometers per hour kicks up. Your protection drifts away, leaving you totally exposed. Compare that 42% drop to a standard DEET spray, which easily clears over 90% of mosquitoes, and the scam becomes obvious. Most store candles use oil concentrations too low to do anything anyway. It is expensive mood lighting, not real defense. But if you think wasting money on candles is bad, wait until we look at the high-voltage trap that massacres thousands of harmless pollinators while hungry mosquitoes fly right past the light to feed on your ankles. In 4th place, those glowing blue bug zappers look incredibly active, but they are missing the target almost completely. I used to think the satisfying zap meant victory, but science says otherwise. Researchers at the University of Delaware ran a 10-week field test on these machines and counted over 13,000 dead insects. Out of that massive pile, exactly 31 were biting flies or mosquitoes. That is a pathetic 0.22% of the entire catch. It turns out mosquitoes do not care about UV light. They track the carbon dioxide we breathe out and the chemicals in our sweat. So when you spend $40 to $60 on one of these machines, you are not protecting your ankles. You are just causing ecological damage by vaporizing harmless, beneficial insects. It is an expensive, noisy bloodbath that leads right into a wearable gimmick so useless it triggered federal action. 3rd on our list, those trendy silicone wristbands, patches, and stickers are nothing but marketing geometry pretending to be chemistry. The pitch is beautiful, slap on a bracelet, and a 5-foot vapor barrier keeps you safe for 100 hours. But a 2-inch band of plastic can't protect your entire body. I've worn these things, and mosquitoes will land right on your shoulder while your wrist smells like a lemon tree. Consumer Reports literally put testers' arms into cages filled with hungry mosquitoes, and every single band from Viatech Mosquito Shield to Coleman Bug Band failed completely. The Federal Trade Commission even hammered Viatech with a $300,000 penalty for their deceptive safety claims. It's the same story for those vitamin B1 patches. Clinical studies prove oral B vitamins don't repel mosquitoes at all. These wearables only shield the skin they physically touch, which leaves 99% of your body completely exposed. But at least these stick around, unlike botanical sprays that vanish before you even finish setting up camp. 2nd on our list are those botanical, essential oil, natural sprays. Look, I get the appeal of wanting a plant-based shield, and some of these plant compounds actually do repel bugs. But their absolute downfall is duration. In skin tests, a Citronella formula started strong at 98% repellency, but crashed to 58% in just 2 hours. Even worse, its 0 bite protection, the window where you are completely safe, lasted only about 10.5 minutes. Compare that to standard DEET, which keeps mosquitoes away at over 90% effectiveness for a full 6 hours. Most natural oils are just too volatile. They evaporate off your skin before you can even unpack your camp chair. The only real exception is oil of lemon eucalyptus at 30%, which is recommended by the CDC. But most cheap shelf products use far less than that and completely bypass EPA registration. If there is no EPA registration number on the bottle, you are essentially buying overpriced perfume setting us up for the final scam whose protection was never real. And finally, in first place, ultrasonic plugins and phone apps are the undisputed kings of the bug repellent grift. This is the absolute biggest dollar-for-nothing trade on the market, and I cannot believe people still fall for it. Sellers pitch these plastic blocks as high-tech shields, claiming they emit silent frequencies that mimic dragonfly wings or male mosquitoes to scare away biting females. It sounds clean and futuristic. But 30 years of independent tests have found zero repellent effect. When Kansas State University tested these gadgets across 20 to 70 kilohertz, they found no impact at all on hungry bugs. One study even saw biting rates increase because the constant noise actually stressed the insects out. The Federal Trade Commission has warned manufacturers that their marketing claims are completely unreliable. Yet these plastic blocks still sell for $20 to $50, riding high on thousands of garbage reviews. This is pure fantasy with zero scientific backing, dressed up as a product listing. But we can finally stop wasting our hard-earned cash, because real protection comes down to just two proven options. In second place, Thermacell is an honest campsite tool, not some miracle tech gadget. Instead of spraying your skin, it heats up a metafluorin cartridge, which is an EPA-reviewed pyrethroid. This active ingredient vaporizes into the air, creating a 15 to 20-foot mosquito-free zone around your camp chair. In controlled field tests, these devices cut landings by 91 to 97%, giving you protection comparable to strong on-skin sprays if you stay still. But you have to know its limits. It takes about 15 minutes to warm up and get going. Because it relies on a physical cloud of vapor, even a light breeze will blow your shield away. And if you start walking, it is completely useless. Plus, the refills are not cheap. You will spend about $20 for 40 hours of runtime. I keep mine right on the picnic table rather than taking it on a hike. It is a fantastic stationary defense, but we still need something cheaper, highly portable, and tough enough to protect us when we are actually walking on the trail. And finally, in first place, 20% Picaridin is the absolute king of real-world bug protection. If you are tired of getting eaten alive and hate the greasy, melting mess of DEET, this is your holy grail. It is EPA-registered, CDC-recommended, and derived from pepper plant piperine, giving you 8 to 14 hours of heavy-duty mosquito and tick defense. Unlike DEET, which eats through synthetic jacket fabrics, tents, and expensive sunglasses like acid, Picaridin goes on like water. There is no nasty smell, no oily film, and your expensive outdoor gear is completely safe. I always grab bottles from Sawyer or Ranger Ready for about $8 to $12. When you use it right, one cheap bottle will easily outlast a summer's worth of useless wristbands and candles. Now, I have to be completely honest about its one limit. If you are heading into heavy woods where black flies swarm in thick clouds, 30% DEET still edges it out. But for 99% of your hikes, 20% Picaridin is the smartest, toughest buy you can make to keep the bugs off your skin. Subscribe for more honest, no-nonsense reviews. Also worth considering, before you spend another dollar, run any bug repellent through a quick 4-point scam check. First, does it have an EPA registration number you can actually look up online? If it doesn't, put it back. Second, does it use a CDC-backed active like DEET, Picaridin, oil of lemon eucalyptus at 30%? Or IR 3535? Third, does it protect your whole body? Or just a few inches around a wristband? Finally, does that protection last at least 4 hours outside? If it fails any of these, it's a scam. Across all these options, one pattern stands out. Bugs do not care about high-tech vibes or comforting labels. They only respect real chemistry. If a brand sells you convenience instead of active ingredients, you are just expensive bait. Subscribe to save your skin.